My name is Gabby, and I am a miracle.
She's a very bubbly child. She's outgoing. She really truly doesn't meet a stranger. Gabby was born fine, she was born healthy, and she started having trouble breathing. And they thought she was having an asthma attack, and we were here and they worked on it for several hours before one of the attending physicians just decided to say, hey, let's try something else. And they took her back for x-rays and found out that all her major organs were enlarged. We were actually told that Gabby wouldn't make it through the night. I'm watching her literally just take her last breath at 3 months. And they were in there bound and determined, no, we're gonna figure out what's going on with her. We're not gonna stop until we figure it out. At that point, I just knew we were in the right place.
At 3 months old, I was diagnosed with pediatric myocarditis and kind of went downhill from there.
Children's has one of the top cardiologist teams around, so we were pretty fortunate and blessed. She was able to take meds, and the meds were able to sustain her up until she turned 7.
When I turned 7, I was diagnosed with pediatric myocarditis and RSV.
RSV can take a healthy child down, and with her already having a condition, it didn't take long for her to start going down.
I was very, very sick and needed a medication and help. I was coughing up blood and then straight to the ER and kind of just took over then.
Her heart was slowly pretty much just fading. It was getting worse, and they started her meds intravenously, so once it improved, but it was still not enough to sustain her. We were here from April 2015, and they decided to discharge us July, but we were placed on the heart transplant list in June of 2015. So we knew at that point that something major was going to have to take place in order for her to survive. When we first got here, Gabby, she was nervous at first. She literally was, and she came to me and she just told me, she said, Mommy, I don't want to die. Well, as a parent, what do you say to that? Well, baby, everybody lives, you're gonna someday die. And she's looking at me going, nah, I really don't want to hear that. And she tells me, God's got me. And literally from that day forward, she never looked back.
I felt a lot of braveness and strength that I didn't even know I had, because it was one of those, you gotta stay brave, everything's gonna be okay, knowing that God got me.
We were placed in June, and we received a plant heart in August of 2015. I can truly say that we were pretty fortunate for us to get a heart as fast as we did. You almost didn't want to tell her no, because her faith and her push was so strong.
It's kind of weird when you think about it, but it's actually a miracle, to experience and have a new heart in you, knowing that it's healthy and it's great and it's working.
You want to rejoice and you want to get excited, but at the same time, you knew somebody was losing somebody in order for your child to live. So it was one of those moments to where one part of you was yay, and another part of you was like, oh my gosh, this is really, really happening. What you really need to understand is it's really not about you anymore. You're walking around with somebody else's heart in your body. So your top priority is to make sure you take care of your heart.
I do come once a year to get a biopsy. Going to school is pretty normal, especially when it comes down to flu season. I know I have to wear a mask and take extra precautions when it comes to that. And playing sports as well is pretty normal. I just have to wear a chest protector just in case. Children's of Alabama is amazing. They have the great care, great nurses, great doctors, because they know what they're doing and they know a way to where they can get you healthy and get you back to that point where you can experience a normal life. I would describe my doctors and nurses amazing, because they were there for me, they helped me, they cured me, and they've been there for me for a while.
We went from a healthy child up until 3 months, and it literally could have been for the worst. We did not have to be where we are. We did not have to be in the place that we're in right now. And for her to take everything and handle it the way that she has, she's literally a miracle just for her strength alone.